We're going to graph this quadratic for the standard form, which means we need to start by finding that middle value. And because it's in standard form, we're going to use the formula opposite of b over 2a to find the middle value. So let's first identify the values for a, b, and c. Negative 4 is on the x squared term. That's my value for a. B is negative 8. C is positive 1. To find the middle value, I'm going to use the opposite of b over 2a. I'm going to do all this mentally. The opposite of b is positive 8. 2 times a, if I double this value, is negative 8. So my middle value is negative 1. That goes in the middle. Which means that the numbers below are negative 2 and negative 3. And the numbers just after are 0 and 1. And now it's simply a matter of busting out the old calculator, which will come up any second, and seeing how things work out. When we plug in these negative numbers and we square them, you definitely want, whatever you plug it in, put it in parentheses. Otherwise, your calculator is going to do it wrong. So the way I write this is the way I'm going to put it in the calculator. Negative 4, I'm going to plug in negative 3 squared on the outside of the parentheses, minus 8 parentheses negative 3 plus 1. Bust out this bad boy. Or if you want to do it mentally, please knock yourself out. That'd be great. Negative 4 parentheses negative 3, close the parentheses, square it, minus 8 negative 3 plus 1, that's going to be negative 11. Oh, that's going to fall off the grid, just so you know. Whoopsie doodle. Just barely. Then we'll do the same thing, negative 4. I'm going to plug in negative 2 squared. What I'm going to do in a second, I'm going to show you the second one. I'm going to show you a calculator trick. But then I'm going to pause the video and fill in the rest of the table. So after I do this calculation, you might pause the video and just do the rest of your table as well. But I'm going to go, I don't have the option to press this button twice and go up here to change it. You might, so maybe use these buttons to highlight and press enter and change it. I'm going to have to go second enter, because this is an older calculator. And now I can change all these 3's to 2's. Make that 2. Make that 2. And what pops out is a positive 1. Positive 1 pops out. So I'm going to pause and film the rest of this table. And hopefully our tables match. You should pause too and fill out your table. This is how the rest of my table played out. I did want to show that I did plug in the negative 2 and the negative 1. And then I plugged in the 0. And as soon as I saw that the 0 and this guy were the same, I pretty much knew that this was going to be symmetrical. So I didn't worry too much about plugging in the very last thing. It's a little lazy of me. You probably shouldn't do that, but you can. If you want to. It is nice to check everything, because then you'll know you've made a small mistake. These should match as well. And now we'll just plot these points. So I do have the point negative 3, negative 11. That's off the grid, just a tiny bit. Negative 2, negative 1. Negative 1, 5. 0. Negative 2, 1 wouldn't go there. What am I thinking? Negative 2, 1 would be up here. I don't know what I was thinking there. So negative 1, 5. 0, 1. And then 1. Negative 11. Way down here, beautiful parabola that I can't draw well with the screen, but you can, like with this computer stuff, but you could imagine something like this. Skinny guy, upside down. X-intercepts are not obvious from the grid, so we won't worry about saying that in the notes. The y-intercept is clearly 1, and the vertex is at negative 1, 5. Check out the other video if you want another example. It was a lot of work, but the big walkaway, of course, is when you're in standard form. You need to find the middle value, and you find the middle value by using the opposite of b over 2a. Everything else is just grunt work, because you grunt while you do it. This is not fun. But it's important to do that accurately. Good luck.